Hello everyone, Kaoz here, and welcome to another Oldschool Runescape video. Today we'll take a look at the best unlockables you can get after completing every quest and ranking them from most to least useful. This means that you won't get these things right away, but rather you will have to do something else to obtain them. Before we start, I should mention two important things. One, this is my opinion and your list might be different. And two, this video is relevant up to its release, since there will be new quests in the future, but I'll try to give my thoughts on new unlockables in the description as they come out. Now I'll tell you how these unlockables will be ranked. I made 5 categories, being vital, important, relevant, situational, and unimportant, just like the previous videos. The unlockables will be placed in these categories according to how relevant they are once your account reaches a very high level. In this video though, I will only focus on the first 2 categories as to not make it that long, and the other 2 categories and its contents will be listed in the description below. For example, even though growing goatweed sounds decent, I placed it on the lowest category and I won't talk about it since it's not useful once you get to do high level activities. On the other hand, even though fairy ring transportation is extremely easy to get, it is placed on the highest category since it is one of the best methods to travel, and you will use it for as long as you play. Other than the categories, the unlockables will be in no particular order. Finally, this video will be unscripted starting now since I won't write my thoughts on every unlockable, but rather I'll give you my quick opinion on each one as they appear on the list. So let's begin. And for the last unscripted part of these series of videos, these things I'm going to talk about, I guess faster because I have way more things in here rather than the past couple of videos. And you know, again, I don't want to make this video all that long. So let's begin. From Dragon Slayer 2, you unlock the ability to kill Vorkath and the ability to build the Avis Assembler, which is pretty much the best in slot when it comes to ranging. From Dream Mentor, you unlock 7 more spells to your Lunar spellbook, and these are pretty good ways to both make money. For example, you get Plank Make, which is a really good way to make money with mahogany logs. Next we have Making Friends with My Arm, and you get a healthy patch, and you also get the ability to unlock the Troll Stronghold portal on your player-owned house. That was kind of a mouthful, I'm sorry for not pronouncing it as good as I should have. Next, from Mourning's End Part 1, you unlock, or I guess you get the ability to grow 1 more fruit tree. You get the ability to use the Sulandra scroll, hopefully I pronounced that right, and most importantly you can kill Sulra, which is, I guess, a pretty good way to make money. Next, from Edgar's Ruse, you get the ability to teleport to Trollheim, and you can also use the Scroll of Redirection on your house teleport. Next, from Fairy Tale Part 2, this is one of the most important ones, you get the ability to travel via fairy rings. Next we have the Stronghold Tree. From the Grand Tree, you can actually travel there via, you know, the spirited trees. Next we have, from Haunted Mine, we get the Tarn's Lair, and you can also use this to enchant your Salve Amulet, and this is kind of like an extra thing you want to do to get more damage out of your enchanted amulet. Next, from King's Ransom, you obtain the ability to use Chivalry and Piety, which pretty much best spells when it comes to combat. From Lunar Diplomacy, you get the Lunar spells. This is extremely important if you want to do some AFK magic. After Royal Trouble, you get more slaves to the Miscellania island, and you can get even more resources when you leave money in the coffer. Next, and also from that one, we have the Throne of Miscellania. Well, you get the teleport to Miscellania with your Ring of Wealth, and you know, itself it's a really nice place to have unlocked for more resources. Next, after the feud, you have the ability to blackjack, and it's pretty much the best ability, or I mean the best way to train thieving other than, I believe, pyramid plunder. With blackjacking, you can get like up to 150 or 180 experience per hour with click intensive stuff. You want to do the Making History quest because this is going to help you with the Master Clues. There's one activity you have to do with the hot or cold thingy, so if you want to do master level clues, this is one thing you have to do. Next, in My Arms Big Adventure, you get another healthy patch for your herbs. After Slug Menace, you have the ability to wear the Proselyte Armor, which for combat is pretty much the best one when it comes to prayer bonus, and also looks pretty cool. Next, from Tears of Guthix, you unlock the minigame, which gives you a couple of experience per week, and I guess it's a pretty nice way to train the skill that you hate the most, or your lowest one. Next, after Tree Gnome Village, you unlock the ability to travel via spirited trees in general, so like the previous one I mentioned, the Gnome Stronghold. After Druidic Ritual, you have the ability to train the Herbler skill, which, you know, mandatory, you actually have to do this. After Dwarf Cannon, you have the ability to place a cannon as well as making cannonballs, which is a kind of a slow way to make money. After Eagle's Peak, you have the ability to use box traps for hunting when it comes to Chinchompas. It's pretty much the only way you use box traps. You can also catch ferrets, but that's really out of the question. Next, you want to do Plague City to teleport to Ardi. I'm not going to call it by its full name. You can also use teleport tabs, but the spell itself, you have to complete this quest in order to go there. And after Rune Mysteries, you kind of have, you know, I believe it doesn't unlock the rune crafting spell, but it kind of, you know, you kind of don't want to run into any trouble, and it's like a 5-minute quest, so you kind of want to do that. Next, on the important category, after Monkey Madness 2, you have free reign, or, you know, you can roam on the surface of Apatol freely, you know, without being attacked or something. If you go into the dungeons, you still get attacked, but, you know, you can actually bank and do all cool stuff. After the Contact quest, you have access to Sophonim Bank. I guess a pretty nice way to have another thing where you can actually, you know, bank your stuff if you are far away. After Desert Treasure, you unlock the Ancient Magic's spellbook, as well as the ability to wear the Ancient Staff. Next, after Dream Mentor, we have the ability to bank on the Lunar Isle without the Seal of Passage, and you have to bank at a very specific little bank booth, so kind of gives you the access to do that. And Dream Mentor, like I said before, you know, also gives you more spells, which is pretty cool. After making friends with my arm, you have the ability to build fire pits on certain caves, and this, you know, kind of I guess deletes the need to actually take like a lamp or like a lantern or something, so this is one important thing you want to do. After Cabin Fever, you have the ability to kill cave horrors, which, you know, that mask worth like 1.5 mil, it's pretty nice. After Tai Bo or Bo, whatever, Wannai Trio, you have the ability to catch and cook Karambwans. After the Tourist Trap, you can make dart tips. If you don't do that quest, you can't actually do that, which in my personal opinion is a good way to train smithing. So those, in my opinion, are the best things you can unlock after all the quests. There are way more that I have here on my list, which will be in the description down below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Next, we'll have to cover some of the, I guess, some guides that I have discovered how to do myself, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next one.